How do you grow your lawn care business?
Well, to grow your lawn care business, the fastest way to grow your lawn care business is to learn how to start telling people no. You gotta. The fastest way to grow it is gonna be to limit your services to just a handful of them that is real profitable, and don't try to spread yourself too thin. That strategy worked for me even now to this day. That's not even starting the lawn care business. For instance, I'll give you a for instance, right? Let's say you got a 60-inch lawnmower, and we're in your neck of the woods. Y'all cutting half an acres, most likely, half an acre enough. So when you get those yards, those small yards with those little backyard gates, those little small gates in the backyards and whatnot, and let's say you only got 2 of those, it don't make no sense to turn your back on the more profitable big yards that you set up to do. So you go make less profit on this yard where you got to bring out this push more, and you got 5 dudes on your truck, or maybe you and your helper. When you and your helper could have just been doing what you were most profitable to do. Or in reverse, if you're not set up to do big yards, you shouldn't be doing big yards. You should be focused on small profitable yards because you have a small setup, and that's how you gonna make the most profit. If you live in a neighborhood where it's real small yards. So if you want to grow your business, learn how to say no to everything that you don't want to do. If you ain't set up to do it. If you're not set up to do snow, don't tell people you can do snow. Just say no, you can't do it. And just focus on the stuff that's making the high profits. And just don't try to be good at everything. Just be real great at your niche. So I can't really say which thing you would do, like, because some people gravitate more to the landscaping side of it, and some people gravitate more to just lawn maintenance. So, and just grass cutting. So, it's up to you which route you go, but once you get your equipment, try to maximize the profits. And say no to all of the things that is not as profitable as the main things you're doing. So that's the main thing that made me grow. I mean, that right there easily doubled my income in my business, easily just by saying no to jobs that I'm just not set up to do. Like, for instance, if somebody got a real big backyard and they let it grow all the way up to my waistline. They let their grass grow way up to here. When you first starting out, you might try to go ahead and cut that yard because you don't have nothing else to do. But when you get established and you don't have to do that no more, and you can go right down the street and continue on your route and cut yards that's recurring good customers, you can say no to that stuff now and just go to where you're making your money.
Well, I have another question. What is the main 3 things that help your business grow to what it is today that you learned and accomplished that you really is proud of?
The main 3 things that I accomplished in my business, one is I got the business generating money enough to pay my bills to where I'm completely independent, financially independent. I'm not financially free, because I can't really technically quit and the business still a go. But I am financially independent. I can go make money whenever I want to, and can't nobody tell me how many hours I could work.
Mm-hmm.
I work how many? I could work 100 hours a week if I want to. But that's the main thing I like. I like how it made me financially independent. Another one would be, this is a good business if you got sons. I got 2 boys, so for them to be able to learn a trade from me, passed down to them where they could work with their hands and not have to depend on nobody, and never have to like wonder what I could do to make money. They know they have a trade because I'm gonna teach them early. So I got boys, so I think it's generational wealth too, because you could pass down that business and they might take it to a whole nother level.
Right.
So and you will already have an established business and they won't even have to, you know, climb that mountain like how you did. Start from the bottom like how you did.
Yeah.
And the third one that I feel like I succeeded in with my business, probably I just actually like my job. I like doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I succeeded in my life, because you know I started 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I was 30 years old 5 years ago.
Right.
And that's a long time to find something you actually like doing. But I actually found something I like doing, so that's a blessing to me. Because I could be doing something, making money. I could be making some money right now, but it might not necessarily be something I like doing.
Right.
So I feel blessed to be able to be outside, and that's just what I like to do. Some people don't like that, but I like to be outside in the sun and working, and don't have to be in nobody's house or cooped up in the office. And
yeah,
it do get a little bit strenuous, especially in the spring, but I actually like my job. Like when I go to work, I like what I'm doing. So that's.
So how do you feel
I
about your...
I like that I have picked something that I like doing.
Right. So how do you feel about your equipment and stuff that you work with?
My equipment, when it comes to my tools, I'm gonna spend it all on my tools. I'm going broke when it comes to my tools. Like I'm gonna buy whatever one I really want. I don't try to skimp on it and try to buy like something just because it's cost less. If I want that trimmer, I don't care how much it is. I want that one. If I want it, if it's the best one, I want that one. That's how I feel about my equipment. But I have to balance that with what I'm set up to do in the field too. So the best for somebody else may not be the best for me.
Right.
Like somebody might say a 36-inch wouldn't be enough. They might need a 60-inch, but a 60-inch would be too much for me. I wouldn't be able to do nothing with that mower on the little yards I could.
Right.
So it's just the best for me, the way I like doing it. 'Cause I got to get through those back gates and all that stuff. So, but my handheld, all of my equipment that I got, I have because that's what I really wanted.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like it's not like I just had to settle for that because like that's how much I could afford right now. Like no, like if I want